welcome to this next Flip preaching video. My name's Andy. Sorry there's been a bit of a lack of them for the last couple of weeks, but we're here. So this week's passage is an amazing story, It's Luke 8, 26 to 39. But Luke 8, 26 to 39. It's a story of a man who has been healed in the most incredible way. Now, just a bit of background. Jesus has travelled for the first time to a foreign country, as far as we can tell. The first time he's been to a country where Judaism isn't the religion of the land. He goes into this foreign place, and the first person he meets is a man, and this man is in he's in an extremely shocking state. This man has been, it says he's possessed by demons. He lives among the tombs, he's unclothed, he's chained up, he cuts himself, he's in a really, really bad way, and he's very much ostracised from his community. And Jesus meets this guy, and you might imagine a lesser person would be tempted to run a mile when they meet someone so awkward. But Jesus instead goes and talks to and engages and sorts this guy out. The story of how he does it is quite interesting, it's quite humorous, it's quite bizarre. Read that for yourself. But I want to sort of skip to the end of the story where Jesus has restored this man to completeness. Because it seems that Jesus is not prepared to leave anybody in that state. He's not prepared to leave anybody in such a mess. And at the end of the story, this man, rather than throwing himself onto the floor to hurt himself, he just sits at Jesus' feet. He's clothed. It says that he's in his right mind. He's mentally restored. And at the end of it, the people of the town, the people who live around, who knew this guy and kept him as far away from them as they could, they are freaked out by the fact that Jesus has sorted this guy out. I would have hoped that they would have been delighted, but instead they were so frightened they tell Jesus to go, and Jesus does. He gets back in his boat and sets off to go across the water. But the man who he healed begs to go with him. He says, can you take me with you? But Jesus says no. I never quite understand that, but who am I to understand the ways of God? Jesus instead says, go home. Go back to your home. Now remember, this man didn't have a home. He lived among the tombs. He'd been homeless, we imagine, for a long time. But Jesus says, just go back home. Go back home, it's okay. And tell her what God has done for you. So this man is completely transformed, completely restored, and Jesus wants him to go back to a normal life. He wants things to go back normal for him. And from that place of stability and security, the man can tell others about what God is like. So I wonder how that story resonates with you. We've all got brokenness in our lives in one shape or another. Maybe it's not as dramatic as this man, but we've all got something where we've been a bit broken in the past. And Jesus sees that brokenness. God always sees that brokenness and wants to restore it. He doesn't necessarily put us back to where we were before. This man actually went back to we presume to his old family home. And it's not necessarily the case that God will put us back to where we were, but in a better state. Maybe he wants to move us to somewhere new that's good. But God is always wanting things to flourish and things to have life in all their fullness. He doesn't want people to be broken and destroyed like this man was. And we just need to be open to that. And also willing, once we've had a transformation from God, once God's love has set us on a new path, set us free, we should be ready to tell people about that too. Okay, I wonder what this story means to you. Feel free to get in touch and to share your thoughts. That would be lovely. Okay, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.